Right, so we're at the Sands venue. We've just had a swing night with guest artists Matt Ford and Sarah Ellen Hughes. So, Sarah, what do you think to the place? You've sung at the Sands in Gainsborough before. This is the first time you've been to Blackpool. What do you think?
Well, that's right, yes. The first time I've been here, and it's great, actually. I was really impressed with the layout. It's very friendly, it's very professional, and they've got a good stage, a nice dancing area as well, dance floor for people to jive to. So, yeah, I'm very impressed for my first visit.
And they've got their very own house swing band. What do you think to the musicians in the band?
Well, they're fantastic. They're actually a few guys that I've worked with before. So really the stalwarts of the jazz scene and the swing scene. So yeah, terrific group of guys. Ably, playing the whole gig really fantastically with a great set, really. So yeah, I'm very impressed.
Now, we spoke to you last summer. You've done lots of interesting things since then. What have you been doing since we last spoke?
Well, I've released my second album, which is a collection of mostly standards, which I've arranged I've tried to arrange them in an interesting, modern way. But the main feature of the album is a collaboration with Dave O'Higgins. We wrote a tune together, and that's the title track, and that's the feature of the CD. So I've been touring it around the UK and about to launch it next week, in London. So that's all very exciting.
Brilliant. So what's it called, and what's the song about?
The album is called The Story So Far. The song, of course, the title track, The Story So Far, it's actually a tune that Dave O'Higgins wrote a few years ago, and he wrote it as his attempt to write a standard. And I heard it at a gig and it stuck in my head, so I asked him if I could write lyrics, and he was very happy to let me do so. And then we recorded it together last year, so it's a nice collaboration, a kind of a song that has grown to be to its next stage, So he's really happy with the end product, and well, I am too. It's a lovely thing to be able to play and be able to have collaborated with him on.
Brilliant. Okay, so what other exciting plans have you got for 2012?
Well, I'm working with my vocal group, Sector 7, which I'm sure I've mentioned before. It's a four vocalists and rhythm section. And we've got an EP out, and we're touring that in October. So I know that's a long way away, but the jazz musician tends to live in the future, really. So I'm already planning that, but we'll be touring the UK, as I said, for the whole month of October. So yeah, keep your eyes on that. We've got a website, sector7.org.uk. All details of our gigs on there.
Okay, and you've also got a Sarah Ellen Hughes website, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, my personal website has all my details on all the gigs that I'm doing around and about, and some samples of various bands that I play with. There's quite a wide variety, so that's sarahellenhughes.co.uk.
Not a question. I just wanted to say thank you to Sarah, because she wrote an article explaining about when to clap, and I found that really useful, and I'm finding it even more so now when you came here and when you introduced the band. I thought, oh good, we can have a little clap. That has been really good. Thank you very much for that.
Oh,
right. For the benefit of people that haven't a clue what Luce is on about, could you explain what this is about, please, Sarah?
Sure, yes. I have a blog which I write various articles, things I'm interested in or things that I notice as a jazz musician. And that's sarahellenhughes.blogspot.com. So it's one of the blogger websites. And yeah, I find it very interesting. I think I had been to a prom in the Royal Albert Hall a few years ago, and it's very random when people clap in classical music, and in jazz it's very different. So I had written an article about the way I think it should be. Well, there's no real set rules, but there's definitely a way of appreciating a jazz musician that's different to when you're listening to a symphony. So yes, it's online, so take a look and comment if you like.
Excellent. Okay. And just remind us again what your website, if people want to find out what you're doing.
Yes, so it's sarahellenhughes.co.uk, and that's got some videos and a link to my blog and the gig diary and my recent news. So that's the place to keep up with me.
Brilliant. will all make sense when it's edited. It might sound a little bit amateurish now, but you take out all the ers and the goings wrong, normally me, and that's fine. Right, I think that's covered everything. Is there anything I haven't asked you about that you'd like to talk about?
No, that's cool. I think my new album, Sector 7, are the main things to say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
brilliant.
great.
Okay.
Have you got my new album?
No, I haven't got
I'll
your
go
new
get
album.
a copy for you.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. What we could do in that case, if you're going to give us a copy of it, if we pick a couple of songs off it,
Yeah.
like the title track and another one,
Yeah.
you can tell us what you like about them and we can play those and we can
Okay.
mix those in with the interview.
Okay. So I've talked about the story so far
Talked
already.
about that. All right, so you pick another one.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to play another song off the new album now. What are we going to play and what's special about this song?
Well, this is my version of Close to You by Burt Bacharach and Hal David. I recorded this because I've been singing it for years, actually, with my jazz quartet, and it's a beautiful song, but so many people have the Carpenters version in their head, which is wonderful, a wonderful version, but it's a really lovely ballad if you break it down and really consider the words rather than thinking of the way to make a pop hit. So it was a pleasure to record it. And, yeah, it's one of my favourite interpretations